Well, hello and greetings. So this is my last video for today. And this story time is kind of like a little bit X-rated, and it's a little bit laugh out loudish, but it's not really funny, but some of you viewers may think it's funny. But this really did happen a long time ago. When I first started dating my child's father, okay, he took me out to eat twice. And it was always at IHOP because his favorite food was pancakes, besides salads and whatnot. So, therefore, and this is where the X-rated talk comes in. Me and my child's father used to always get it in. We used to always be having sex, and that was one of his favorite things to do. Okay, one thing that I noticed that he loved to do once we would get in our little intimate cocoon of his apartment and his room and whatnot, I'm just a little bit embarrassed, so bear with me. When we would start our little intimate touching and whatnot, one of his favorite things to do was he used to love to how can I say this without just coming out and saying it? He used to love to eat the candy cane. To eat the lollipop. He used to love to do that. Okay, now there I said. And he would always do that to me. And I'm not gonna lie, so therefore, whenever we would be doing our little intimate things in our little cocoon of his apartment, and that apartment was raggedy as fuck. That bathroom, oh my God. And he used to ask me why I never come into his house when it's time to get ready to go to work and get ready at his house, because not only his tub was nasty and dirty, but the motherfucking tub, some things are just fucking unacceptable. The motherfucking toilet, what I'm trying to say, that toilet, no, ma'am. I used to hate it every time I would have to pee, and then I would have to go, and I would make sure I put tissue all around the goddamn toilet rim because, ew. You want me to take a shower and get ready at his apartment to go to work, and so him and I could ride the damn metro bus at the same time. Some shit was just very unacceptable. Okay, but let me start. Let me finish. So therefore, he would always eat the candy cane. He was always doing that to me. And he would tell me, he used to tell me when him and I was first dating and stuff, that was something that his favorite thing to do. Okay? But here's where the weird part come in. And y'all just really think this shit is crazy, what I'm about to say. he was on the phone with me one day. I mean, I'm gonna say 2 weeks later after he and I had been having sex like every day for maybe a month when we first started dating. And he was on the phone with me and he said to me that he had a scab on his face, on his chin, and whatever. And he said that he thought that the scab on his chin, which turned out to be some type of a bump, had something to do with me. Don't y'all know this nigga gonna have the audacity to say to me that the next time he saw me, he was gonna beat me up because he felt like I gave him something. And I said, the fuck, what you just said? He said, yeah, you heard me, because when I was thinking about whenever I would go to work and then my friends and stuff would see me and stuff, if I wouldn't have think to put a band-aid on my chin, they was gonna be saying, ew, you have a dirty face and a dirty mouth. Thinking that I had something, thinking that he had something. I said, first of all, let me tell you straight up, whether you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend or not, the minute you would have put your hands on me, I would have pulled the knife on your ass and I would have stabbed you. Then I would have called the police on you because you're a man. And first of all, you don't have no business telling me you was going to beat me up because you thought the little bump scab on your chin I was the reason for that. Nigga, is you crazy? And he was super hoish. He had a lot of female fans, and he was always in the female face, especially when him and I was dating. Can't imagine the fact that me and him working on the same shift, and he had to work with this Hispanic chick. And come to find out, all the coworkers knew that him and this chick had a relationship around the same time me and him was supposed to have been together. And from what I was told, he told the chick that he was working with, the Hispanic girl, that she was only 18 and his fucking ass was 30 years old at the time. But he told her to go along with just acting like him and her were friends. But she was coming to his house on the weekends and hooking up with him behind my back, and he was doing this and he just disrespected me to the point of no return. But back to what I was saying, because if I go back to my archives to tell this all the things that he used to tell me about co-workers that I work with that he really was liking on the same time he was liking me, I'll be all day on here talking about it, because that is so disrespectful. And I was so loyal and faithful to this dude. So back to what I was saying. For him to tell me that he was going to beat me up if he wouldn't have thought to put a band-aid on his chin.
Starting screensaver.
Trying to insinuate that I gave him something. Like, dude, no. Hell to the no. No, you wasn't. I said, the minute you would have even thought that you was going to come visit me like you always come visit me, because his lights was off in his apartment at the time. His lights was always off. I don't understand why he was never able to pay his light bill and he had a fucking job, but I digress. But yeah, he told me the next time he saw me, he was like, I was gonna beat you up because yeah, people at the job, our friends and stuff, would have had been saying that I had a nasty face and a nasty mouth because I have this bump on my chin. I'm like, dude, no. All those females that I used to before I even agreed to date him, he was always in a female face. So I just couldn't understand why he would think that I would have had given him something. And y'all know what I'm talking about. But I didn't do it. So I don't know why he would say that. But I'm like, well, you would have had put your hands on me. And you would have saw what was going to happen. I wouldn't have give any fucks if you and I were boyfriend and girlfriend, coming along married or anything. I would have had your ass thrown in jail. Because don't you think for a second that you was going to beat me up just because you felt like, just because you ate the lollipop. And I'm just calling it that because y'all know what I'm talking about as well. It has to do with oral, But I'm like, don't think that you was going to do that to me. You was going to beat me up and I wasn't going to do anything back. No, sir. And he was like, well, we might as well break up since you black women always want to have a man locked down. I'm like, because look at what the fuck you told me. You was going to beat me up the next time you saw me because you felt like I was the reason why you had this scab on your chin. Dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And I still can't believe to this day that he said that to me. And I'm still a little tipsy at the moment because I drunk half of that bottle of wine that I drank in the other video. But I'm so serious. And I remember this like it was yesterday because when I drink, I start thinking about stuff, that happened in the past. And it's definitely happened in the past. And like, I was just so agitated and irritated, mad at him about telling me that. No, sir. Like, you were gonna get locked up if you would have touched me. If you would have thought you was gonna knock me out or whatever. I don't know. And then he told me he had been in jail before and it was because of something domestic with the other baby mama, but I don't know what happened in their relationship, but at the same time, like, he wasn't about to do what he thought he was going to do to me. That's all I know. It wasn't going to go down like that. No, ma'am. It wasn't. It wasn't like, But this is the end of that story time, and that's something that, at the time when he said that to me, and I'm not making up no excuses, but he was like on some kind of narcotic. He was on drugs then, but there's no excuse. Because even though he was doing drugs, he said that to me with a sober mind. That he was going to beat me up the next time he saw me because he felt like I gave him something. Get the fuck out of here. Like, but yeah. And even though I just remember that. And that happened so long ago. That happened back in, I'm going to say, I'm thinking 2008. When he and I first started dating, my child's father. But this is the end of that story time. And I was happy to share it because it's something that really did happen a long time ago, and that's something that my child's father really did say to me. Crazy as fuck. He used to say anything to me. But yeah. This is the end of that story time, and I might be back later on tonight with another story time. I'm not sure because I've been drinking, and majority of the time when I drink a lot, I be done dozed off and went to sleep for a long time. But yeah, until then, y'all stay blessed.